Now I pull up my notes because if I didn't have my notes, I wouldn't know where the hell I was. As you arrive in the studio, Olaf is wearing a charcoal gray suit. Nothing special, nothing fancy, just a regular old suit. But he does have, of course, if you haven't noticed, he always has something teal-ish on him. And today it's his tie. And now, mind you, he looks a little bit flustered, in fact. As he directs you to take a seat, he'll briefly look around his little spot on the studio. So he's looking all over his desk and everything. um, and with something of an apologetic sigh, he'll just be like, "All right, fuck it. What? Oh, damn, I should not have used that big word so soon." He's just like, "All right, screw it. Let me go ahead and grab this stack of index cards that he's got sitting off to the side there." As usual, on his lapel, in the direction facing where he motions you to take a seat, is the logo of the Davion Golden Suns, because, he's always a team supporter for basically every team. And he says, "Apologies, lady, my intern appears to be missing today, and this has left me in a state of not quite myself." Of course, he says that before the production team can actually get cameras rolling and whatnot. And he kind of mutters a little bit as he waves with the one hand holding the note cards. He's "We'll have to do this the old-fashioned way, I suppose." And of course, he gets counted down and everything. He says, "Welcome back, Mech fans. Wow, that was easily one of the most strategic matches I've seen in at least a few years, but I digress. Week 3 continues with another matchup featuring one of our top contender teams and a team that has been known for hovering right around the cutoff point for the postseason entry. And of course, after that, we have plenty more planned for you today. Once again, I am Olaf Krieg, and this is the Triple Press, brought to you by those wonderful people at the Donegal Media Group, the Krieg Dominion Media, and of course, the Solaris Broadcasting Company ever since 3022. Our next match features two teams known for their ability to really bring it on the battlefield. First, we have the Sian Spirits, currently sitting at 1 win and 1 loss. Last week, we saw them virtually destroy the Rock City Wolverines, crushing the new expansion team with some incredible maneuvering and exploitations of sudden openings in their opponent's lines. The Spirits have always been a team stuck in the thick of the fighting and the rankings, and tonight they'll be looking for a win that will get them further up the leaderboard standings. Going against the Spirits are the current reigning Trinity Cup champions, the Davion Golden Suns, who are currently one of the only 3 teams that remain undefeated. Will they be able to hold on to their lossless record and continue to challenge their hated foes, the Luthien Dragonborn, for the top spot on the leaderboards? Here with me today to answer that question and more is none other than Countess Skylar Hawken Davion, the owner and manager of the Golden Suns. Countess, I trust all has been well with you since last time we spoke. How are you?
Good to be here again, Olaf. Yes, things have been good since the last time we spoke, and thank you for saying that and calling that out. Yes, the Golden Suns are undefeated. There are a lot of shall we call them haters out there that like to point out that the Golden Suns technically didn't win their last match, but again, this is the unfortunate scenario that we sometimes see ourselves in with the clearly biased officials in this league, and always trying to give our opponents unfair advantages, and but yes, thank you, Olaf, for asking. And yes, it's good to be back, and hopefully we can put the Spirits back down on the lower part of the rankings again where they belong.
An interesting way to phrase it. And I wasn't going to ask this question right away, but since you brought it up, let's go ahead and jump straight to my second question, then we'll circle back to my first. Over the years, you've alluded to, and in some cases actually have come right out and said, that about various teams, officials, and even major league officials, how somehow seeming to conspire against you or your team. Recently, you even called out the Luthien Dragonborn in particular, but I have to wonder. Some would point out that in these cases there is only one common denominator, that being, of course, you. Do you have any sort of evidence or true facts to share with us tonight for some of these comments, or are they really just the words of an angry, disgruntled, downtrodden, up-jumped, low-level noble, as one fan wrote in this past week?
Well, as I said, I think they call them haters, are out there, and and I do have to correct you on one thing, Olaf. You said that the Suns are the lowest common denominator. We are the highest common dominator, and we will continue to dominate the standings as we usually do. But again, that draws undue criticism, and basically paints a big target on us. Everyone wants to bring down the best team, and unfortunately, we just have to swat some flies from time to time. But yes, the as any with successful team, there's always officials that want to try to give the lesser teams a bit of a boost, and try to make it more interesting for them and their fans. But again, that there's something that a great team like the Golden Suns just has to work around. We just have to deal with bias. I'm just gonna say it, just biased officials, who don't want the best team to win.
I still don't think you had much of a solid argument there. However, let's not get too far off track here. I'm not sure if you saw their last match, but I have to believe that you did, as you're known for staying abreast of the opposition in the league. But last week, the Spirits thoroughly bested the Wolverines in a match that ended with a score of 9-2. This week, we all have Grasshoppers, allowing for even more points on the table for the winner and even the loser to take. What kind of strategy do you have to incorporate this fourth mech into your fielded team, and how do you plan on dealing with a team that is, frankly, always a dog nipping at your heels when you're not, or excuse me, when they're not actually out on top?
Well, again, it's the Spirits. They I do have to admit that they did best us a few years ago in the playoffs, but again, I don't want to go on another tangent here, Olaf. It's so tiresome, and I'm going to need a few more drinks before we get into that conversation again. But again, you want to talk about lowest common denominators? Again, it's the biased officials, but yes, to give credit where credit is due, the Spirits, because of the officials, did have a great match last week, and they are coming into this on a bit of an upswing, if you want to call it that. But and of course, there is the wild card of, I dare say, we're gonna have to have a grasshopper on our team. But I mean, I guess that's what keeps the fans coming in. I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice of a Mac, but it is what it is. But it's something we're gonna have to play around as a wild card, as part of our strategy. But I don't think it's going to necessarily give the Spirits a clear advantage over us. We'll see how it turns out, though. But I'm not expecting too much
So what?
from
So what
the
I'm hearing,
Spirits.
so what I'm hearing is you're not a fan of the Grasshopper, even though it is a fairly reliable mech, and some would argue one of the better mech choices available to anybody out there. House militaries, mercenaries, Solaris gladiators.
I mean, it's a grasshopper. It's not a bad Mac. I don't want to. This is so tiresome. Can I get another drink over here? Um,
I'm sorry, that's
but
me laughing.
it's just not my. It just wouldn't be my first choice. I mean, why not a Highlander? Why not? I mean, a quick draw. I don't know, a Thunderbolt. I mean, there's so many. You know,
There's a multitude of mechs out there, but I'm not the one sitting in the big GTL league offices making the deals with Comstar to get these mechs in here. By the way, thank you Comstar for providing nearly a company's worth of grasshoppers just for us to shoot them up.
I
On
guess
that
they
note,
couldn't all. I guess they couldn't provide us all with crabs, or to shoot up. Those are a bit more rare and more valuable.
it,
So
you
I
know,
guess they just have to get
it's, at
the
some point there's a cost
cheaper.
efficiency thing that has to be
Yeah,
analyzed.
yeah. They probably didn't want to go as cheap as maybe having a Shadowhawk or something. So I guess they just had to go with something a little bit more
Well, as I
robust.
recall, the
But
Golden Suns don't have a very good history with Shadowhawks, but I digress. I still have another question, and it looks like they're starting to get ready to start to kick off the match here. But regardless of how this match turns out tonight, next week you'll be facing the Remoran opposition. Similar to the Spirits, they're currently sitting at one win and one loss, but they too are a team that can easily make it into the upper brackets should they find their footing in this league and start capitalizing on their own gains and getting over their shortcomings. With that said, how do you view that match and that opponent, and what moves will you be making to ensure the Suns stay on top?
well, again, similar to the Spirits, it's another team that tends to be towards the bottom of the field. They certainly could offer some surprises, but really this is more just training for our pilots to be able to go up and squash the Dragonborn, later in the season, or potentially the Industrialists in the postseason. So we're treating it really these next two matches as more of training exhibition matches to make sure we squash the teams that we really need to defeat later this year.
Okay, so these are, as other coaches have mentioned, these are more of a stepping stone than it is a big fan draw, we'll say. Okay. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody in the Outworlds Alliance would like to have something to say to you, but we'll come back to that at another time. As it is, Mech fans, the Grasshoppers are heading out onto the field. Odd though that the Spirits team seems to be delayed a moment. I wonder. Oh, there they go now. There we go. All right, we have a match. Let's get down to the field and see all this wonderful action, my friends. So let me go ahead and switch it over to the other view and then pull up this. All right. Oh, I forgot. Damn it. This is what happens when I rush at the last moment. I forgot to set this up correctly. So give me just a moment to fix this. Debutantes off. Spirits on. And down here. I gotta turn the Dragonborn off. Turn the Suns on. There we go. Okay. Alright, now we have the right banner flying right now. Okay. Our first step, of course, for this is I get to add a single experience point to every single pilot in tech on both teams. So let me do that now. Techs. That takes care of the Suns. Now we do the Spirits. Pilots experience 5, 8, 11, 8. And then for their techs, 10, 15, 11, 3. All right. And then the next step is midweek event. So let me pull up my rules so I can make sure I don't forget anything, because I tend to forget if I don't have it right in front of me. You chose training and recruiting.
Yep.
Go ahead and make that first 2d6 roll. You don't have any bonuses or anything for training.
All right.
And with a result of 5, that is no training results. On this next roll, though, you do have a +2. Go ahead and make that 2d6 for recruiting for a total of 9. And that will give you 1 pilot. So you're going to roll 1d6 2 separate times. First roll is experience level. Second one is experience points.
Okay.
So that is a green pilot with 3 experience points. So let me go ahead and add him to your roster. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's text. Insert a row. Awesome. That actually worked more or less the way it was supposed to. Cross. I'm just going to put in new pilot. He will be a 5/6 with 2 edge, 0 tactics, and 3 experience points. He is tier 1. He is ready. Turns on week 4.
Just can't seem to do good on these recruiting rolls.
You know, sometimes you just take what you get and you just try
Yeah.
to make it work, you know? Oh, let me see. Although it is kind of amusing in some ways that for someone who basically has tried to recruit every single week, that you just can't quite get the numbers you're looking for.
That's
which
right.
is nice, as I recall. I believe you're trying to get ultimately another technician or 2.
Yeah, that's what I really want. Is I have like 5. Well, actually, now, yeah, I have like 5 tier 1 techs, which again isn't terrible. I mean, at least they can like maintain the mechs, but
Yeah.
it's just like, come on, I and then the pilots. I mean, I have like 4 tier 2 pilots, but only one of them is any. Or actually, one of them is a 3/4, and I want to try to get like somebody that's either a 2/3 or a another 2/2 or
Well, you
something.
do
But
have after
just
week, I believe week between week 4 and 5 is when experience point spending takes place. So
Yeah, so at least I can bump a few people
yeah,
off.
you get a
But
little bit
yeah.
of ups in that one. All right, the Science Spirits will be doing recruiting, so this is their 2d6 roll for a total of 6 because they have a +2, but that also amounts to nothing. You do have you are gathering intelligence, so go ahead and make that 2d6 roll now, and let's see
All
what you
right.
learn before I do the big reveal.
All right.
Ah,
Oh,
you
big
get all
12.
the information. Holy cow. Okay. All right, so your opponents will be placing Matashov, a 2-1 pilot, and an Archer
Mm.
2R.
Oh, jeez.
They're going to put
Okay.
Yi, a 2-3 pilot, and a Marauder 3L. And Ivory is a 3-4 pilot, piloting a Firestarter 9H. Those are your
Mm.
opponents. They all have 2 edge, and Matashov and Yi, the 2 heavy mechs, will have 1 tactics.
Mm.
Is there any changes that you would like to make prior to starting? Of course, both teams will have the Grasshopper, but those are regular rated pilots with 2 edge.
Yeah. Wow. Well, actually, having that info, I was going with my default lineup of the Atlas, Hunchback, and Jenner.
Yes.
Um, Now I actually think I want to switch it up. Um, and let's do the Marauder and Black Knight in Jenner.
Okay.
Just because,
With the
I
same
mean,
2 pilots, that would be
with the same two
Hernandez
pilots,
and
yeah.
Pritha. So Hernandez will be in the Marauder, and Pritha in the Black Knight.
Yes, that's fine. Yep.
Okay. Stand by, folks. I'm going to load this list and then make some big changes, and then I got to edit a couple things. So this is going to take just a moment. If you
Yep.
want to skip forward, I would say probably about 1 minute. I don't know if it'll take me, but of course, just keep going until you see me not doing this, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna remove. Actually, we're gonna remove him and him. Delete, and then we're gonna add a combat unit. The first thing we're gonna add, let's see, heavy Marauder 3R, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's the oh no, it is a
Yeah,
3R, yeah.
3R and the Black Knight 7.
It's a 3D that wait,
I have
no, it's a
3R.
3D.
I have
It's a
3R.
3D.
You know, I vaguely recall us having this conversation before.
The 3R was what I originally had. During the off season, we bought the
Yeah.
3D, which is the full laser variant.
Yeah, that's
It
fine. I
replaces the
can.
autocannon with the because I fielded that I think in the first match actually.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
I
looking at
do
the sheet, it
remember.
does say
Go ahead.
3R in there. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
be
sheet does say
3D.
3R, but we've definitely gone back and forth about. Well, not back and forth, but we've definitely had conversations about it, and I'm pretty sure it was the 3D because it
Yep.
was closer to the Davion variant. All right, and the Black Knight, and now I got to go in and I got to change this dude's name to Hernandez. They are a 2-3 with no tactics and 2 edge. And then the Black Knight has Pritha, and Pritha is a 2-2 with 2 edge and 2 tactics. All right, and I think that's right. Let me go ahead and give these guys their correct camo pattern. Yep, there we go. All right, and I think that's it. They obviously NPC teams don't get to gather intel, so I'm going to go ahead and change owner, give them to you. Foe, go ahead and do a double look. Make sure that everything is correct to the best of your knowledge. I may have screwed something up, especially with that last second change. So let's go ahead and get it fixed now before we get started.
Yeah, just taking a look.
And I need to update my little cheat sheet here. We don't have an Atlas. We don't have a Hunchback. We have Mad 3R and a BL7 KNT. And looking at the battle value, we have just over 200 battle value points difference in the two teams, actually leaning in favor of the Golden Suns, which means I actually have a half decent chance of kicking your ass tonight.
Yep.
Once everything is good, go ahead and select your starting side of the map as you are the home team.
Okay.
I'm going to verify that I did everything I was supposed to do on the back end, which I'm pretty sure, because I haven't played Mega Mech outside of these recordings, so. Yeah,
We'll
just
start from the east side. Do something different.
all right.
Kind of representing, the Davion.
Yeah, you just wanted to say East
Side.
Side,
Yeah, east. Yeah.
West Side, Mo. Well, actually, it works out because you're not East Coast, but I am West Coast,
West Coast.
and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna go somewhere with that. If assuming all is good on your end, go ahead and mark done.
Yep.
And then I will do the same, and we will get into our fight. This is match 2 of week 3 of the 30-25 season, and it looks like I've got the better end of initiative. Starting off, it's only deployment, so it doesn't really matter as much. Oh, look at that. We got some interesting groundwork to work with here. Okay. That's not terrible. Let's do this. So technically, the Golden Suns are undefeated, and like by the barest of technical definitions. Because for those that don't remember, in week 2, the Golden Suns took on the American Industrialists and unofficially won the match, except for that whole points thing. Because when the points got added up at the end of the match, it ended up being a tie, and that was how the match had to be recorded. So, arguably, the Golden Suns are indeed undefeated. They just don't have a perfect record of, although I may have said that now that I think about it in the intro when I was describing the two teams. I may have actually said that they were 2-0. No. I think all I said was just that they were undefeated.
Yeah, all you said was just that they were undefeated.
Yeah, I didn't go
which
into...
is technically true.
Yeah.
And that's why Skylar wanted to harp on that.
Oh, yeah, of course, because that's what Skylar does.
Yeah.
And complain about not having enough drink.
That's right.
I definitely really wanted to get that heel dug in there about the whole, all you really do is bitch and moan. Are you actually going to bring anything to the table, or are you just going to complain all night?
No, just complain all night.
No, I love it. As a character concept for your owner manager, it works, man.
She's a spoiled noble.
No, exactly. That's why I was trying to play that up for you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going for.
What do we want to do here?
I can't wait. Honestly, and I think it's week 7, maybe week 8, when the Golden Suns and the Dragonborn finally see each other. And if we could get that storyline just really ramped up between now and then, oh man, that showdown could be a classic battle for the ages.
Yeah.
It'll almost be WWE worthy. We build it up right. I've asked 3 players now, and written the script for asking 2 more about how they're going to incorporate the Grasshopper. Did you know what I forgot? You know what nobody asked me? It was how I was going to incorporate the Grasshopper for the NPC teams. All right, here we go. Looks like I got the better end on initiative this round, and we are sitting at 7,300 to 7,500 difference in battle value. So this will be an interesting battle. 10 rounds, nothing changes. We do have, and actually now I think about it while I'm waiting, let me go ahead and, it's not the one I wanted. Let me go ahead and open that up just so I can have it. Pull up the my notes or what have you for points for the Grasshopper. That's right. Swing that general around so I can smash him the first time he gets in range. I'm talking shit. I'm going to talk mad shit, foe. Friends, if you haven't seen it, you need to go to Grimdark Chains' Grimdark James's Grimdark podcast on YouTube and watch the most recent game of Brew Bowl Season 2. Because this guy right here features very heavily, and I won't give out any spoilers, but you really, really need to go watch it. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
That Black Knight has more lasers than I care to shake a stick at, as I recall, and a PPC, so that's even more fun. Awesome. And you have that Marauder 3L, or excuse me, 3D. Let's take a look at this real quick. 2 PPCs, 2 mediums, and a large. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Well, I think I have my generic forward movement strategy of getting in there and beating the piss out of you. Which I have the Marauder 3L, which is not as cool, but you know, it's still a Marauder. It still has its purposes. I go tango fuck with this Jenner. That's a real thing. I'm making that a word now. Tango fuck. I mean, I already dropped the fuck F-bomb like less than a minute in, so. Not that I'm worried about being monetized or whatever, 'cause, you know, I don't get that many views. All right. See, what do we got? Ooh. Ooh, wow. A pretty high number there. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. I was like, it's like, wait a minute. I didn't actually look at the number I should look at. I don't know. I might have some concerns here. Now, for the viewers at home, in case you forgot since our last Grasshopper round match, let's talk really quick about how this works. So, each team has a Grasshopper with a regular rated pilot. You get 5 points for defeating your opponent's Grasshopper, and an additional 3 if your own is alive. But if you lose yours, you lose 3 points. And this is on top of the normal values for a heavy battle mech, as well as anything else scored in the match. Taking out your opponent's Grasshopper does not guarantee victory. You'll still have to win under the normal parameters, which of course are 75% of your opponent's battle value destroyed. And of course, you know, the total victory points at the end of all calculations, including the post game. Adding another layer of complexity. Actually, I'm not sure if complexity is the right word, but we'll go with that. All right, here we go. Everything fired at the Black Knight misses except for PPC from a Marauder. The fires. Oh, let me go ahead and start marking things up. Marauder is damaged lightly. I'm sorry, not Marauder. I meant to say Black Knight. I'm sorry. I haven't even fired.
No, you said that everything misses the
except
Black
for
Knight,
my
except for
Marauder.
the Marauder.
That's where I got confused.
I understood what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I mark it on the paper, I gotta mark it right. I could say it wrong all day long. Jenner takes a hit. Let's see. Black Knight takes 12 out of 40 missiles. Let's see. My Grasshopper takes a hit. Oh, I didn't write that in the right area. That here would do this. Let's see. My Grasshopper takes a hit. I see you're focusing my Grasshopper, trying to get those points. I see what kind of game this is going to be for you. It's all about the points.
Just the opening salvo there. Not
Alright,
much
Pete.
hit except for a couple of
Yeah,
PPCs.
the Jenner and the Black Knight are running kind of warm.
That's what the Jenner's supposed to do.
No, the Jenner's not.
Here, this is interesting to call this out. Our two grasshoppers are moving first.
Yeah. Yep. They're going to do exactly what those pilots were told to do. Draw fire,
Yep.
make it an appealing moment for the crowd. Oh, man. Round two. I do have a slight lead in battle value. 99 to 98. That's what I saw. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know what? I think I'm just going to put him here. Son of a gun, my fire starter moves before your Jenner. Alright. Alright, you sneaky son bitch. Let's do this. Let's dance. Let's get after it. Yeah, come get me. Come get me. Of course, this just means I'm gonna have a Jenner on my ass somewhere else on the field. All right, let's go shooty shoot. Uh, ooh, that's really a good question. Where do I go to? Oop. All right. Really? Oh, it's just inside medium range. Motherfucker. Okay. All right. I see you, Fo. I see what you're doing to me. All right. Let's see what we got. Spirits are currently a little bit angry at the Suns. They really want to mess them up. They're not getting the good shots they want. That's okay. Because as we all know, the Spirits representing the Capellan Confederation are some really sneaky kids. They're about to get theirs. Just got to make it through this firing phase.
Let's see. I didn't realize that Jenner was that toasty.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you fire all them lasers. All right. Let's see. Your Grasshopper misses. My Grasshopper hits with the large laser on the Black Knight. I already have the Black Knight being damaged. My Grasshopper takes a couple of hits. Your Marauder takes 28 of 40 missiles to the face.
Yep.
What else we got? Marauder hits the Black Knight with a PPC and an AC5 and a large laser. Wow! Oh, what is that? Like 18, 23 points of damage right there. Firestarter misses. Marauder hits the Grasshopper.
with both PPCs, but misses with the large laser.
Yeah, that's a problem. But at least the two PPC blasts went in two separate directions. Let's see. Jenner slaps my Grasshopper around a little bit. Everything is fine. Everybody is still standing.
No armor left on that left torso.
Yeah, yeah, that's a problem. We're gonna have to try to remember to keep the left torso clear.
Look at the heat on the.
Yeah, that Marauder is running hot, and your Jenner is running hot. My
Yep,
Archer
yep.
is a little bit warm, but I'm not gonna tell you what. Oh my God, I got rolled by the initiative gods. RNGesus does not like me, even though I have the lead still at 97-94.
Yep.
All right, do the one thing that you have to do, and then I guess I'll move like my whole lance, or almost my
Let's
whole
see.
lance. I think. You are really singling out my Grasshopper too. That's disturbing. Leave him alone. He's just a new guy. He's an intern.
Let me move up here.
He. Um, um, oh wow, I wasn't even joking. It really is my whole fucking lance. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh man. Not sure if that was a really good move to make with the fire starter, considering that Jenner is back there, but. Hmm. Oh, damn it. I did not think that went through a little bit. Oh well.
Hmm.
Let's see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know if anything good is going to happen, but let's see what happens. Got lasers crisscrossing everywhere.
Yep.
Rumors of a flamer and machine guns yet to be confirmed or denied. There's a Jenner dangerously close to the backside of a couple of mechs. That is probably still really, really hot, so maybe that's not a problem for me to worry about right now. But we'll see what happens. Alright. My Archer dumps 24 out of 40 missiles onto your Grasshopper, finally damaging that stupid thing. your Grasshopper shoots at my Grasshopper and misses.
Misses with everything.
Misses with fucking everything. That was amazing. Your
Yeah.
Marauder takes some hits. Still just light damage. My Marauder slaps your Grasshopper around some more, hitting with the PPC, the AC5, and the large laser. See, your Black Knight hits my Marauder. So my Marauder is taking damage. Your Black Knight is taking internal structure damage now. Bumping him up to moderate. Hits with one flamer, hits with two flamers, and two machine guns. Hold on. I gotta look through this. Let's see. Your Marauder slaps my Grasshopper with a medium laser. It gets re-rolled. One edge remaining. Okay. Alright. Gets re-rolled to the left leg. Alright. Alright. Now, your Jenner misses, and your Grasshopper falls over.
Yep.
Took too much damage. Couldn't stand. Stupid
Yep.
intern. Rolled a 5 when he needed a 6. And now we have the whole punchy phase here. See what you got. And the immortal word. It'd be really cool if I could say that right. In the immortal words of Rick and Morty, show me what you got. Pretty sure that's how that season 2 episode went. Series. God, they're up to like season 5 or 6 or something, aren't they? I haven't watched it in a while. Oh dear. Oh my. This is not going well. Alright, let's see what we got. My Archer punches your Jenner dead in the right torso. Almost the same thing as the face, right? Light damage for the Jenner. Black Knight loses all of its armor on his left leg, but he's already at moderate damage. Firestarter kicks. We got 7 damage to the left leg, internal structure, we've already marked it. But look at this. The Black Knight looks at the Firestarter and says, football. And damn near kills its fucking leg in a single kick. God damn. 1 internal structure left and a critical slot taken on that foot. That takes the Firestarter all the way up to heavy damage on a single kick. Of course, the Archer takes some damage, and it looks like,
the Black Knight is down.
Black Knight goes down. Right arm is down to 10 internal, no critical. Looks like everybody that could have taken injuries did not. And here we go, going into round 4. Let's see, heat is up on the Archer. Everybody else's heat is more or less well managed. Fair shake on the initiative, it looks like. Your Jenner is still moving after my Firestarter, but at this point, that Firestarter is about out of the fight. Almost out of the fight. 93 to 86 in favor of the Spirits, however. And once again,
I got 2 mechs down.
Yeah, and once again, my Grasshopper is moving first. This is not okay. Where do I want to put this guy? You know what? Let's do this. Gonna bump him off this way and turn him around, face that way. That was no pun intended here, truthfully. But that was a bit of an explosive round. Like, that was a really good, like, lots of shots hitting, lots of punches hitting, well, kicks in this case. I mean, maybe it was better for the Spirits than it was for the Suns, but it would be ironic. It would be ironic, Bo. Suns get the better of the excuse me, if the Spirits got the better of the Suns yet again. Oh, Black Knight is up. Grasshopper is up. All right. Let me see a second.
I get knocked down. I get up again.
Yep.
Sorry.
Nope. No, I mean, that's actually kind of a.
That's normally
That's
what my Atlas does.
yeah. I was gonna say that's something very thematic for your fucking team. And when I was thinking that, I was definitely thinking about that Atlas. That stupid motherfucker.
Yeah.
Always getting up. Weeble wobbles wobble, but they don't fall down, and when they do, they get right back up. Goddamn Atlas is giving me nightmares. Not literally, thank God. Ooh, look at that armor readout on that Black Knight.
Yeah.
Would be a shame if something happened to it. No, I'm not. I gotta keep talking so much shit. Nope, that's not a good number. This one. That's nothing. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. 9? Is that an option? Damn it. That's not an option. Okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right, folks, go ahead. Put that Jenner on my ass somewhere so it's really fucking annoying, because that's what Jenners do. All right. Let's do some shooty shoots. Of course, I told you. I told you. Do exactly what I thought you were going to do. And I really can't do anything about it either. I don't have anybody in a good spot. No, not necessarily. Damn it. None of my mechs can make that turn. All right, well, it is what it is. Moments like this where one may have to ask themselves, how did I allow a Jenner to get into my rear arc like that? Well, to answer that question, sometimes you just gotta let it happen. You gotta let it ride and hope for the best. That Jenner is not terribly hot, so I'm probably gonna eat a couple of lasers and a bunch of missiles. He may even get the free 5-point bonus for killing a Grasshopper, on top of the normal heavy mech points that he might get. But that's okay. I'm going to destroy his team shortly thereafter. Alright, PPC on my Grasshopper hitting the center torso. You son of a gun. My Grasshopper hits with just about everything on the Marauder.
Yep.
My Marauder, once again, hits all 3 weapons for, I think, the 3rd round in a row on your Grasshopper. And then 16 out of 20 missiles hit the Grasshopper. Firestarter lighting some shit up on your Black Knight, but nothing major. We did reroll some edge, so all that pilot's edge is gone. Conversely, oh dear God, that Grasshopper is crippled with 2 engine hits. Oy. That's gonna be probably kill credit for your Marauder pilot shortly.
Yep.
Let's see. Grasshopper is crippled. That's not good. All mechs are still standing for the moment. That's my only option. Yep. Let's see what we got. Right leg destroyed on the Black Knight. That is a heavy mech on your team currently crippled. Unfortunately, my Firestarter is also crippled, if it wasn't already. Because, well, you know, reasons. It was my Grasshopper that took those engine hits, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oops. Okay. Let's see. Grasshopper is still standing. Firestarter falls over. Ivory takes 1 point of damage. Personally, Black Knight falls over and takes some more damage to the mech itself, as well as the pilot.
Yep.
Looks like I got everything accounted for, though. We have two almost dead mechs. My Grasshopper is now stupid hot, but your whole team is running pretty warm, except for your Grasshopper, which is doing nothing but being a big fat target for me. Wow! Wow! Wow, look at that initiative, foe. Look at
You're
that.
going first
Jesus
on everything except the
Christ.
Grasshopper, which is effectively crippled.
Yeah. And yet I still have a 15%.
And yet you still have,
such a big
you
lead.
still have quite a significant battle value advantage, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay.
But the question is, do you give up that Grasshopper or not with 2 engines?
I mean, truthfully, I should, because it's fucking almost useless to me right now.
And probably the Firestarter that's missing a leg.
Yeah.
Although my Black Knight is missing a leg too.
Yep. Let's see. I really don't want to do this, but losing that leg is a problem for a light mech, and it's currently too hot to do anything. You know what? I'm gonna let that Firestarter stay in there for one more round, just to like
taking one out of my playbook.
Yeah, well, because
keep that Jenna in there one more round.
He's pointed the wrong damn way to be used too.
Yep.
And I can't turn him at all because he has no movement because his heat's up. All right. Who got the kill on that? That was
the Black Knight, probably, because the Black Knight destroyed its leg with the kick.
Yeah,
they basically just destroyed each other's legs.
Yeah, that's basically how that went. They went and did a good old shin kick fest. All right, Pritha, you get kill credit for the Firestarter. Whatever. And the Firestarter is defeated. Let me get this out of the way. I'm about to lose my turn here. No, we're good. Eject the Firestarter. Yes. Doesn't matter what happens. I know I always put the bot to force withdrawal. I think technically under force withdrawal, that my Grasshopper is supposed to be leaving the field. So, look up who got the Grasshopper hit last. Award appropriate credits.
That was the Marauder.
That was Marauder, yeah. Alright, let's see. Your Marauder pilot is Hernandez. You're going to get credit for the Grasshopper, which means you're going to get additional points. Why do I even play against you, foe? I never win. It's not true. I have won. Some really spectacular ways.
Yeah, with this team.
Ironically, yeah.
And that was one because it was a playoff match. We substituted you instead of having the bot. So.
Yep.
Oh, you're keeping the Grasshopper in. Interesting.
No, technically he's doing a forced withdrawal. No, you know what? I apologize. I was not supposed to. I was supposed to eject. And you know what freaked me out and changed or made me rethink for half a second, even though I wasn't supposed to? Your Jenner staying right where he was. I was like, no.
Well, that's why I kept the
Yeah,
Jenner
no,
there, because I thought
that's
about
yeah,
moving him up right behind the archer. But if I did that, you would have kept the grasshopper
yeah.
in there just to get that
No,
last
and
shot
I
in on
apologize
your
for that because you're right. I've already marked the kill credit and everything. That grasshopper is out. So
Okay.
just
Are you still gonna
like
fire with it though?
no, 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 no. I hope not. Man, my stupid brain will forget something like that. But no, no. For all intents and purposes, you've already got kill credit for that
All
grasshopper.
right.
He is. We'll just argue that for a moment the surrender flares aren't working correctly because of all the
Yeah.
heat. We'll go with that, right? That sounds good, right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that was your sabotage. That we're not going to mention much more than this. That was your
Yeah, I
sabotage.
can't even move the Black Knight.
Oh yeah, he's too hot, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he? Well, he's still in the fight. He's still a valid
Yeah, I
target.
think that's why I just kept him in, because, well, one, he's a valid target, and I think he's got an arc still on the Marauder, potentially.
Yeah. That's really hot. Six. Um. Here you go. There. Just so you know, I didn't fire the grasshopper.
All right.
I almost did, and then I realized, oh nope, that's the grasshopper you're looking at. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Don't be a jerk. So let's see. Currently +5. Currently -3. It's -3, right? What's that? -3. You must be doing some trigonometry over there.
Yeah. No, just some last minute alpha strikes from the the
For the
Black
Black Knight
Knight.
before it dies horrifically.
Yeah.
All right, Jenner firing on the Archer. Archer is at critical slots. Damn it! I'm gonna put the Archer all the way up to heavy damage. Let's see. My Archer hits.
You notice that it re-rolled the ammo explosion.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Got the
it
critical
was
on
two
the
locations.
yeah.
And then so it hit the LRM-20, and then it hit ammo, and then it was like, nah, we can't do that. Let's go ahead and re-roll that. So.
See, it's those bias refs
Oh,
again.
stop it. The refs aren't sitting there rolling the dice themselves. You know that. I mean, it's almost what it is. All right, Archer fucking up your Grasshopper, though. Your
Yeah.
Grasshopper is taking internal structure damage only, unfortunately.
And only 5 armor left on the center torso.
Yeah, yeah. Grasshopper hitting my Marauder. Marauder firing on the Grasshopper hits with both weapons again. Oh, my Marauder is losing internal slots as well. Oh, man. And almost hit ammo, but it got re-rolled, so there's no edge remaining, losing a heat sink. All mechs are still standing that were originally standing.
Yep.
Alright.
Physical attack. Oh, my Jenner can
I know.
I
I was looking at it like, oh, man, what a dick move. What a Grasshopper to just backhand your Jenner on the way out. Thought about it, man. It's like, nope, I've already given him kill credit. I can't do that. Let's see. Oh, your Black Knight rolled to avoid a shutdown.
Yeah,
Not
on
unexpected.
the ground, it alpha striked on the Marauder.
Yeah, and then the Marauder kicked it dead for 15 points of damage, but it wasn't enough to do anything crucial.
Yeah.
Once again, you looks like you got the better share of initiative, but finally your score has increased over mine, or rather,
Yours has dropped
whatever.
below
Yeah,
mine,
mine's
just
dropped
barely.
below yours,
But
71
that's
to
because you lost
69
those two
dice.
mechs, and I
Yeah,
still technically have the Black Knight in the fight.
barely.
Although he's not going to be able to do much. He's certainly not going to be able to stand
Well, let
this
me go ahead
round.
and
He
make it
wasn't able to stand the
official.
last round.
Make it official for the Grasshopper to pop out.
Yeah.
So now you can come fuck with my archer, with your Jenner. Leave your 3 heavies to just terrorize my Marauder. Bully.
Hmm. Not a lot of good options here. That Grasshopper is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah. I mean, when you're
Hmm.
looking at 40 missiles coming at you every round,
Yeah.
eventually something's going to crack.
And that's what's funny is that I was thinking about backing up, trying to get it out of range, but it's still going to be in range of
Yeah.
the missiles on the archer. If only that ammo explosion hadn't been re-rolled by those biased
Oh
referees.
god, here we fucking go. God damn it. Skylar, get out of the mech.
All right. I'm gonna do some. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do something really crazy here.
Just fuck. You're gonna stand your Black Knight up so he can spit on the Marauder.
Oh no, I can't. Yeah, nope, not that way. I thought for some reason you had moved your Marauder already. I was gonna DFA him.
Nope, I have not yet moved him.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn to move him. I'm gonna do some shiesty shit.
Yep. And I can't do anything with the Black Knight. He's too hot and got that
Got the
leg
no
that's gone
got that
too. So
he's
yeah,
got a case of no leg. The only
yeah,
you should just eject him, you know. Give me some points at
yeah. I
least.
thought about it, but I wanted to see where. I probably will the next round. I just wanted to see where that archer goes because he could. I probably shouldn't say this, but he potentially could
That Archer can't
stay
go anywhere.
in.
He's got like 2 points of movement right now because he's running so fucking hot with all those missiles he's been lobbing,
Yeah,
specifically at your Grasshopper.
yeah. That's why I kind of moved. I was trying to get close enough that maybe he could you know
Yeah, I know.
get in that minimum range.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Let me guesstimate what's gonna happen here. 2, possibly 3 max if you can get anything to fire from Black Knight onto the Marauder. Are all going to dogpile my Marauder while your Jenner harasses the ever loving dog shit out of my Archer.
Yeah.
I just realized I may have made a small tactical error. Oh well. C'est la vie, as they say on the other side of the pond.
All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see. Let us see. Your grasshopper is finally taking internal structure damage. Actually, no, I
On
already
the
marked
center
that.
torso, yep.
Yep. Oh, look at that. 20 internal structure remaining on the center torso. See, your grasshopper slaps my marauder around. My marauder's already heavy damaged. Archer misses with the other arm 20, but hits with a laser, taking out all the armor on the right torso of your Jenner. Your marauder slaps my marauder. Nothing really big there that I could see. And then your Black Knight.
Jeez, the Black Knight whiffed with everything but the left torso.
No. Your Black Knight hit with a medium laser.
Oh yeah,
Large
one
laser
medium laser
miss,
and large laser.
and a
Yeah.
large laser hits. The Jenner.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's a crippled Archer right there. Oof.
Gyro and an engine.
And the engine, or excuse me, and the Archer goes down. Pilot is okay. Marauder is still standing. Still standing.
Yep,
And
still standing.
he's about to drop a 15.
That's gonna be another heavy mech down.
Yep, that's another 15 point go fuck yourself kick to the back of that Black Knight. Fucker. I think we already know who won this match.
I'm just gonna kick the archer while it's down.
There goes the left arm on that Black Knight. But the Jenner does a little kick. Still got armor left on the other leg of the Archer. I'm curious what the round count's gonna be.
Actually,
here.
it might go below the battle sight.
Possibility. Oh, Black Knight is still running hot.
Yeah.
Needs to roll a 6 to avoid shutdown and a 4 to avoid an ammo explosion.
Ammo explosion. He doesn't have any ammo.
Maybe
it just checks
it's there.
for it automatically.
It's there. My Archer needed to roll a 4+.
Remember, we've had this before. I think the way Mega Mech works is it knows that it needs to roll for an ammo explosion, so it just does it regardless of whether the mech actually has ammo or not.
Yeah. We got some hot metal on the field here.
Yeah.
48 to 69.
Still in the fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually, I'm going first for everything except your Archer. Your Marauder moves last, so.
Oh, this is a tough one, man. We're in a tough spot here.
I still technically have all 4 of my mechs.
Yeah, barely. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if I can stand my Archer up and what kind of target number PSR bullshit that's going to cost me. Did you DFA? You didn't DFA. Did you charge with it? No. Oh, never mind. I'm reading the terrain wrong. I thought the Archer ended up 1 level lower than where he is.
No.
But I'm reading the terrain wrong. Interesting. No, he can stand.
Wow, with a gyro and an engine
Oh no, he's just gonna be stupid hot about it.
hit?
Probably should have just ejected this ass, to be totally honest. Because it's not like he could do anything else without blowing up his mech from his own stupidity.
I mean, this Black Knight has still been able to fire on the Archer, and it still has an angle on him. That Archer is still in the fight. I'm going to keep the Black Knight in 1 more round.
Yeah.
He can't do anything except fire on that Archer.
See what happens with Mr. Archer Boy over here.
Now you get to move your Marauder.
Yep, I do. Wow, +3 for my heat being so high. That's crazy.
I can actually fire because where you moved, I can actually fire on the Marauder with
I just wanted to get my back away from that Grasshopper because I
my.
know it's
Yeah, I mean
got
that was
all those goddamn medium lasers that would have somehow managed to find a hole.
yeah. Oh, you know what? What's funny is I kept alpha striking with the Black Knight while he was on the ground on the Archer, but now he's so hot he can't hit the Archer anymore.
I know. I had a +3 from heat for one of my mechs. I was like, God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. Same thing. I got a +3 for heat on the Black Knight right now. Yeah, he's a little hot.
It's a little toasty in there.
It's okay though. It's good for the weight loss. Just sweat off the pounds.
That's not how that works. I mean, okay, yes, technically that's how that works for a very short moment or time period rather. It's not a great way to lose weight. Great way to dehydrate yourself though. Just in case anybody's listening and gets the idea of like, oh wait, he's right. If I just shed a bunch of water weight, there's
Okay, we
your
gotta do something
obligatory
with this stuff.
PSA regarding your weight control. Oh, what do we got here? Marauder hits in the center torso, no armor remaining, and the right arm with 7 armor remaining. Archer hits 12 out of 20 missiles on the Grasshopper, and then the Marauder firing on the Grasshopper first takes out a bunch of critical slots, switches to the Black Knight, and hits with both medium lasers, taking out some more internal structure. Marauder takes a lower arm and a PPC hit. Yeah, Marauder's already lost slots. And there goes the AC5 as well. Let's see, the Jenner takes out the Archer's other LRM-20. And your Grasshopper just went down with an engine hit.
What's funny is, yeah, it had a critical hit on the ammo, but there was none left, so
Yeah.
there was no ammo.
Modern problems require modern solutions. Can't have an ammo explosion if you've used all your ammo.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, moving into probably the final round's melee phase. God damn, that damn Black Knight won't die. Archer's still standing, even though it got kicked and has a busted gyro. And then, oh
Yeah.
man.
He's
All
a
right,
5
I guess
for
we're
Golden Sun.
uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what happened?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
ammo explosion.
Oh,
Yep,
he ran so hot. Yeah, because his heat was up. I got his heat up to over 30. It sent 10 heat, leaving 21 remaining. 6 to avoid a shutdown, 4 to avoid ammo, but fails. Let's see. Manishov takes 2 hits for a total of 2 hits. Let's see. He auto ejects. He lands. Where's he landing?
he lands
safely.
by my Jenner.
Yeah,
My
he
Jenner
landed
picked him up.
safely. That Archer is cored out.
Yeah.
That will not count as a kill credit, though.
Oh, come on.
Well,
technically it was from heat, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it was from
that's
his
what's
own.
funny is I thought you must have had ammo left in one of those bins.
One of the bins,
I
because
did
there
get a
was one
critical
round.
on
So
one. Yeah.
what I've been doing with the Archer 2R, whenever I've used it in the last couple rounds, is it will fire both LRM-20s for 2 or 3 rounds, and then one round it will either not fire them or it will only fire one. So this must have been from that one round that I didn't fire that actually I put my own name on it. Your Jenner had to avoid a shutdown.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because you won. And your Grasshopper was, well, it wasn't standing.
It technically did get knocked down, yeah.
But it was still in the match, so you'll get the +3 for that, as well as the points for killing my Grasshopper.
Yeah,
before
that
we even add
Marauder
up
was the
everything
only
else.
thing you had left with 14% of your battle value.
Yeah. Well, that Archer, I'm going to have to do a 1d6 roll for the Archer to keep it in the team. Let me do that real quick. On a 6, it stays. Oh, look at that.
I got it.
Got it.
There's some technician being like, we can sell. We
Yeah,
got
there's
this.
something.
We can fix
Yeah,
it.
No, there's definitely a technician out there going, no, 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 we got
There's
this. We
just like
got it.
one part of like the engine left. It's like, ah, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. There's one strand of myomer fiber that just makes it last. Okay, let's see here. You got you killed. Oh, you got two people get kill credit. Okay, because you killed
Yep.
the grasshopper and you killed the whatchamacallit. All right, so starting off, you get 3 points for winning. The spirits get 1 point for losing, and of course the -3 for the whatchamacallit. But when it comes for
Losing
time,
the grasshopper.
yeah, but when it comes time for adding this up to determine wealth, we're not gonna. That -3 is not going to count for obvious reasons. Oh Jesus Christ! You killed a heavy, so that is going to be. Check my notes. It's 3 points for killing a heavy, grasshopper that is, and 1 point for killing the fire starter. So that is a total of, holy sweet Jesus, 8, 11, 14, 15 victory points for you there. I think we have a new record, but it may not count just because, the grasshopper round is how you got it. Anyway, 1 victory point for losing, and then we didn't actually kill any of your fucking mechs. That was really, really disappointing. So we have the 1 victory point to be added to the The -3 isn't. We're not gonna throw negative victory points in to the calculations, so it just won't count. So we'll just end up with a 1, which means we have a total score of 15-1 in favor of the Golden Suns. Congratulations, you finally got a win.
Finally got a win. What do you mean? That's my second win.
Yeah.
Arguably my third win.
No. So next thing we do is fans. So we'll start with you. You got 1 for winning. You got let me pull up my notes here just so I can. Where's my mouse? Come here, mouse. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Fan stuff is on page 12. Oops, there we go. Okay. You got 1 for winning. You don't have any streaks. You did have an opponent's mech destroyed, so I will give you that because of that ammo explosion at the end.
Okay.
I will give you for the fans. So that's a
They
total
like the big
3.
explosions.
Yeah, exactly.
And they cannot lie.
No, they cannot. We didn't have any physical attack kills or DFA kills or anything else. So you have a +3 on your fan roll. Go ahead and make your 2d6 roll for fans.
Okay.
For a total of 8 + 3 is 11, which means you gain +3 fans. You also get +2. Well, we'll get to that. First for the. Oops. I just typed something I didn't need to type. There we go. Okay. For the spirits, 2d6. They also don't have anything for streaks. They do have a -1 for losing. For their own mech being destroyed, they have a +1. So that cancels out to 0. And they have nothing else. So just a straight 2d6 roll for them. Damn it. I'm switching between monitors and windows. For a total of 7. I believe that's no change. Correct. No change. So they will have the same fans they started with. Wealth. All right. Add the 2 victory points together for a total of 16. You get +26 wealth for this match. The spirits will get +16 wealth for this match. And now we can start updating the spreadsheets before we start getting into some of the crazy rolls that we got to do. So, starting with the Golden Suns. They are now 2 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw. They had 14 victory points a moment ago. They now have 15 added, taking them to a total of 29, and I believe you are now tied for first place with the Luthian team. You had 22 fans starting out. You gained 3. You have no additional things, so you now have 25 fans. You also have a secret roll modifier of 2. We'll talk about that later. Finances. Week 3. You earned 26 wealth. Fan income is 18. Salaries, maintenance, whatever. 2 for your sponsorship, the +2 for winning. And that is it for now. Let's go to the Spirits table, or roster rather. They are now 1 wins, 2 losses, and 10 cumulative victory points. They have no new fans. Finances, they add 16 wealth. Their fan income is 11. No special other things apply as they lost. All right, that takes us to the draft. This is going to be a 2d6. Let me get to the right page of my rules here. This will be a 2d6 roll. Sorry, I'm talking and thinking at the same time. Here. All right, here we go. Nope. I need... That's the one. Okay. All right, this will be a 2d6 roll. You have +1 for winning. You do not have any current streaks, and this is not postseason. So just a 2d6 +1 to see what kind of drafting effects you have. So you have a total of 9.
Mm-hmm.
You lose a pilot and a tech. We'll start with your pilots first. And starting at the highest, which is your tier 2, for these you will need a 2+. You have 4 in this category. So 1d6, or excuse me, not a 2+, a 2 down. Go ahead and...
Wait, so what do I roll here?
Yeah, sorry.
D6?
Yeah, you're going to roll 1d6. On a 2 or less, you're going to lose a pilot for this first group of 4.
Okay, so basically I need a 3+.
Yeah, you need a 3+ to be safe. I am thinking the other way because I want you to lose pilots. All right.
Safe.
First one safe, second one? Oh, there it is. There's your second pilot. That will be Suzuki.
No.
Just for the record, I'm looking at my roster, which may or may not be the exact order yours is in, but I always start at the bottom. The first roll was Susarla, then Suzuki. The next would have been Pritha, then Hernandez. It looks like Suzuki is going away.
And she was the Jenner pilot, so
yeah.
So she got drafted then.
Yep.
Somebody's like, she's really good.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
We need to put her in another Jenner.
So now I need, it'll be 2 separate 1d6 rolls. The first one for experience level, and the second one for experience points for your automatic free replacement.
2d6?
1d6 twice.
Oh, 1d6 twice, okay.
3, that's a green.
Great, just what I need.
With 2 experience points. So you got a couple of new pilots to get broken in here.
Yeah, great. All these newbies.
Yeah.
You know what? It probably was, she fired into that archer and then the archer went boom, but everyone thought it was from the, her firing into the archer. Oh, she got the archer, like, draft her.
Yeah, no, they definitely saw something that they liked. So, all right, you still have a tech to lose. So, starting with your tier 2 techs and working your way downwards, you have 1d6, 2 minus, 2 rolls.
All right, 1d6.
And there goes your first one. That would be
tech too.
Yep, McGill. McGill is drafted. All right, same as before. You get a automatic replacement, so 1d6 twice. First for experience level, and there you go. Ooh, regular tech. And the second roll, 1 experience point.
Man.
Okay, give me just a moment here. Insert. Then we're just going to copy and paste this guy up. Change that to new tech. And there you go. All right. Well, that is that's a bit of a hit for you. If you haven't seen the Dragonborn match yet, a bigger hit takes place for the Dragonborn. So
no, I haven't.
Not to brag or anything. That was just it was a big hit to the soul that he lost there. All right. For the Spirits, they now need to make their initial drafting roll. 2d6. They get a -1 because they lost. They are not on a streak, not postseason. So just a straight 2d6 for a total of 7. And on a 7, no one is drafted from the Spirits team. So they managed to avoid the draft, which is good for them. Maintenance. Let's take a look at your team. You had, going into the match, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mechs total. 3 that went on the field, leaving you with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. 6 techs. Hold on. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6. That's 3 mechs. You don't have super maintained. Your Shadowhawk goes up to 2 weeks now. Your Highlander is now unmaintained. And based on what I have, your Locust is also now unmaintained. So for your Shadowhawk, I do need a 1d6. 2 will be added to this roll. And on a 6+, yep, your Shadowhawk is now light damaged.
Okay.
Because it's not being maintained. I know it may seem a little weird, like,
well, it's weird because it's backwards, yeah.
It's not being
used. The rolls
are
backwards, so yeah, the a low roll meant like my players got drafted, but here it's
yeah. Well, so
yeah.
the draft is, as far as the high number, low number thing, the draft is written, I guess you could say from the perspective of the GM or the drafting team, the team that, or the people that are trying to do the draft. So if you roll low, it's means they're rolling high, I guess. I don't know. I try to be consistent, but somewhere along the way I got confused. I got in my head and I got rolled around backwards. Had to rewrite half the drafting numbers. So that means you have 6 techs. 3 of them are in the field and 3 minus 3 for maintenance. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. That maintenance. Salaries. Let's start with pilots. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for salaries. So you did kind of dodge a bullet there by losing that pilot and tech. About the only good thing about losing a pilot and tech. And I'll get to repairs in just a moment. Let me do the spirits next. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mechs with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vindicator is now at 2 weeks, so I got to make a 1d6 roll plus 2 for a total of 4. So that mech is fine. They also have, god damn it, minus 3 for maintenance. Salaries. 2 for all the greens, or tier 1 rather. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Paying 7 wealth in salaries. Now we do the repair costs. Alright. Starting with the Golden Suns, the winning team. Your Marauder, according to my notes, is only lightly damaged, so that's going to be 1 for repair. Your Black Knight was crippled. That's a heavy. That is 6 for a total of 7. And then your Jenner took, according to my notes, only light damage for a total of 1, grieving you minus 8 for repair. And then your medical bills. Pritha took 1 hit, but Pritha is gone, correct? That's one that got... No, Suzuki that got dropped.
No, Suzuki, yeah.
Alright, so 1 hit is 1 wealth for medical. For the spirits, they are going to be hurting. They have a heavy crippled. That's 6, if I'm not mistaken, from short-term memory. Nope. Wait. I'm sorry. 8. So your Black Knight that was crippled was actually 8 for a total of 9 and 10. I apologize. Minus 10 for repairs. I read my chart wrong. Heavy crippled is 8, so that's going to be 8 for spirits. The Marauder is heavy damage. That is 6. 14. And the Firestarter, I just got ahead of myself. I'm sorry. That's not right. It's going to be 8 and 8 for the Marauder and the Archer, because the Marauder was destroyed. Nope. God damn it, I marked the wrong mech. It was the Archer that had the ammo explosion right at the end, right? Yep, I'm looking right at it.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. But either way, it's still 16 for those two. And the fire starter was also crippled. That is going to be 4. So that's actually 20. Holy shit. And I think we're going to see them get rid of the fire starter. Well, hold on. I'll figure that out later. Minus 20 repairs. Health stuff, medical bills, 2 hits on one pilot is 3. 1 hit on another pilot is 1, so it's minus 4 for medical. All right, let me update the sheets. Starting with you. Your repair costs were a total of minus 10. Medical was minus 1. And then for the spirits, repair bill is higher than their earnings by a good bit. And then minus 4 for medical. I still have some money left over, so I don't really have to worry too much about things like that. All right. What's next? We did medical. Now we do repair rolls. All right, my friend, for you, you're going to be rolling 1d6 a bunch of times, so I recommend copy-paste.
Yep.
Starting with your Marauder, you need a 2+, and you have 4 attempts.
Got it.
All right. Grab that. For your Black Knight being crippled, you need a 4+, and you have 4 attempts. 1.
All right. 1.
2. Got it.
Got it.
And for your Jenner, being lightly damaged, you need a 3+, and you have 5 attempts.
It's 1.
2.
2.
3.
3.
4.
Got it.
Man, that's suspense. All right, you had a Jenner from last week that is still heavy damaged. You need a 4+ with a total of 3 attempts on this one.
I thought that was one that we were going to sell, but whatever. We'll try to fix. They're going to try to fix it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Got it. All right, so all your mechs are repaired. Let's go ahead and take a look at your mech roster really quick. Let's take this. Control C. Control V. I should say not all your mechs are repaired, but all the mechs that went to the field are repaired. You have no tech assigned to the Shadowhawk, so we'll have to deal with that some other way, unless you want to just get rid of it or something.
No, I kind of like that Shadowhawk, so I definitely want to keep that.
Okay. You also have the Highlander that is not being, and the Locust. They're both not being maintained. I realize you don't have the bodies to repair them each week, but you're gonna have to start doing some shuffling around. I'll let you.
Yeah, that's
out,
what I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to shuffle.
Yeah, I'll let you figure that out like off screen, unless you want to attempt to tackle it right now, real quick. But...
No, I'll do that off screen because I'll have to figure out what the higher priority is. So,
yeah, exactly. All right, for the spirits repair rolls, their archer needs a 5 with 3 attempts. Fuck me. Control C. So 1. Hey, look at that. Archer's repaired. Let's see. For the Marauder, it's a 4+. Yep, look at that. 4+. That's right. Hey, look at that. Yep. And for the fire starter, need a 5 with 3 attempts. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where were these rolls when I was shooting at people? Alright, so for the spirits, all of their mechs are repaired. Now I get to dole out experience points for the pilots and techs involved in the match. So, or rather, the ones that were involved in the match and are still here. Starting with Hernandez gets. Oh, I forgot to add the one that you get from. Hernandez gets 3, up to 10 now. Pritha gets 3, up to 16 now. Suzuki doesn't get any because they're not here anymore. And then your techs, McGill is the one that was drafted. Kabovi gets 2, up to 10. And then Al Taib, or Bin Taib, gets 2, up to 17 now. And then for the spirits, let's see, Matashov gets 1. He gets one, and Ivory gets one. For their techs, we got Garvin gets one up to 16. Mira gets one to 11. And Absco gets one to 10. And that should do it. Double check my little cheat sheet. Experience points are added. And now we go back to the interview room with Olaf, who is, well, I think he's excited. Other than the fact that he was a little bit flustered earlier because his intern is missing. Yeah, no, that's exactly where it is. He's feeling pretty good. That was, wow, Countess, that was, wow, that was a good match. And holy shit, that Archer just right at the end, just boom, for no reason. Well, we know what exactly happened. It was heat, but, boom.
Well, the fans always love a good explosion, so the fans got what they wanted today. And yes, you just can't keep our necks down.
No, we saw that. Well, no, we saw the one. The Black Knight, it still is not moving.
It was firing.
Okay, no, I take that back. I take it back. It's moving, but that's because somebody got a dozer out there to pick it up.
It was twitching.
It was twitching. Jesus Christ. I think he says that under his breath, too. That wasn't just me. That was Olaf, too. He was like, Jesus Christ, twitching. All right. Well, Countess, phenomenal match. Great match. The Spirits looked like they had a solid lead for, I don't know, the first 30 seconds or so. Maybe 40 seconds. I don't know how time works here. But then all of a sudden it just turned around. What happened? Do you know?
Well, it seemed like what happened was as soon as the Black Knight and that fire starter wanted to get in there and bully the bigger mech, and the Black Knight just wasn't having any of it, and they just kicked each other down. And as soon as the fire starter went down, the Grasshopper just took those hits to the engines, and that was all downhill for the Spirits after that.
No, I think it definitely losing the Grasshopper for the Spirits, even though that was kind of the point of this round, was to get that Grasshopper kill. I think that definitely led to the Spirits' downfall. They certainly put up a hell of a fight. It was exciting to watch. And honestly, for a moment, I thought they were going to get you, but, well, darn, they didn't. I mean, good that they didn't. I guess it depends on where you're from. I don't know. Well, Countess, next week, you'll be taking on the opposition, another team similar to the Spirits, as I've said earlier tonight. Just as possible to give you a run for your money. Stepping Stone or not. Any thoughts for them?
Well, again, they could all, just like the Spirits, they could certainly put up a good fight, but this is, more, training for us, to, potentially face the stronger teams later down the road. But we'll see how it shakes out. But more importantly, we're going to have to get some of these, new pilots and trained up here, because losing Suzuki, that was a big well, but that was a big loss to the team here. They just saw her talent and being able to pilot a Jenner to right on the edge of exploding, and
I've heard Delon or I can't remember what stable it is that is the Golden Suns. I mean, the Davion team. Can't remember the stable's name, and it's the name of your Black Lion. I think that's the name. No, Black Lion is the other one. Anyway, whatever the stable is, I don't. Whatever. Suzuki is probably going to make a great light mech pilot out there in the open circuit when she gets there. It is, of course, it's a bit of a loss for your team, but one that is a good move for her. I hope, anyway. But yeah, no. Whenever you lose a teammate like that, I mean, there's only one worse way I could think of, and knock on wood, we don't have to talk about that anytime soon. But yeah, Countess, great match, good showing of your team. Looking forward to seeing what you bring against the opposition next week, and what you continue to do further on in the rest of the season.
And we'll be here, and we're gearing up for the eventual matchup against the Dragonborn, and you will see what happens in our inevitable playoff.
Inevitably, as you say. All right, well, Countess, anything else you want to say before we start prepping for our next match?
I just need another celebration drink. Can you get another drink over here? It's time to start celebrating now.
All right. Well, don't forget about the triple canopy. My establishment would like your patronage, I guess. If not your patronage, then your Comstar money. All right. Well, stick around, my friends. We do have another match coming up here shortly. It should be an explosive one, perhaps more so than the one that we just saw. And we'll be back after these wonderful words from our fine sponsors. And of course, that's when the production team starts ushering everybody out. Foe, that really was a good match. I thought I was gonna win. Not because now when I say that, now, don't get me wrong. I don't say it like I executed this master strategy or anything like that. I really thought with based only on how the numbers were working for this first like 4 or 5 rounds that I might actually win. And I was like, ooh, I haven't won in a while because just get outplayed half the time. But then no, it really did. Like side must have moved something wrong, or the numbers went more in your favor than in mine, and suddenly I started losing.
Yeah, like you said, whatever it works out to be in game time, 30 seconds into the match or whatever, yeah, I had two mechs down, and one of them was the Grasshopper, and the other was the Black Knight, I believe.
But the
And
fuckers got up. Well, the Grasshopper got up, and the Black
yeah,
Knight just kept shooting.
and my whole strategy going into this match was knowing that the Grasshopper had those extra points around it. My whole strategy was to keep it towards the back. That
Yeah.
if you were going to take some shots on it, you'd have to go through the other
Yeah, it
mechs.
was a
And
good strategy. It was actually frustrating.
and actually, what changed my strategy was seeing that archer and then seeing that fire starter, because I was going to go in with my typical lineup of have the Atlas be the pivot point. Everything gets fired towards the Atlas, and even though it's technically a new Atlas, the old one got
Oh yeah,
blown
the old
up.
one was obliterated. Let's not forget what happened there.
Yeah, from
Let's not
dumping the
forget
ammo
what
on the
happened.
back and
Let's
getting
not
stuck
forget
around
which
the back.
player did it too.
But yeah, that was going to be my whole strategy, which I didn't want to do anything special for the spirits necessarily. But yeah, after learning that one, you were going to have a fire starter out there with heating up my mechs, and then the crit seekers of the LRM missile boat. I'm like, man, I don't want to have mechs out there with especially the Atlas that's going to be focus fired and have it go up with an ammo explosion, plus potentially lose the Grasshopper. I could have been in the same situation that the Sian Spirits ended up in, where I'm just giving up all these points for the assault mech loss plus the Grasshopper loss. That's why I had that last second change, figuring I'm gonna go something that bring out my mechs that don't carry ammo and hopefully can survive long enough. But yeah, I was sweating bullets there in the beginning because I had two mechs down, and actually at that time your mechs were not heavily damaged.
No,
And
no, I
then
think it was around that same round that they started getting just beat on.
if I had to pick like one point, I think it was the point that the match pivoted around was after that point, both my mechs got up, but then you peeled the fire starter off of engaging with the Jenner to focus on the Black Knight, which I probably would have done too, especially for as many hits that Black Knight had taken. But it left that Jenner completely uncontested, where
It
it
did. And
just
that might have
go
been
behind and
that might have been the tactical error I made that caused the eventual downfall.
because it got the criticals on the. I think it was the one that got the
Was it
criticals on
on the
the
Archer?
engines on the. Well, it got the ones on the Archer, but I don't remember if it was the Jenner that got the ones on the Grasshopper. But yeah, as soon as the fire starter went down and then the Grasshopper took those two engine hit criticals, that was
That might actually that might have been. Well, you're. I think it was the Black Knight that got the Grasshopper
yeah.
before it
But in
went
any
down.
case,
And
that Jenner was just kind of left to its own devices then, so it could just
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stay in the rear arc, and it certainly that's what took down or helped take down the Archer. And actually, he was lucky that it ran out of ammo and then re-rolled that other. I had actually three, yeah, like two or three critical hits on the ammo. One was empty and one got re-rolled, I think, and
yeah,
then it eventually blew up in the heat. But
yeah, and that
yeah,
was my
so
own
I
fault.
yeah.
All right, well, Fo, that was a great match. No matter how you call
Yeah.
it, I actually really enjoyed that. I think part of it was because I was expecting to play a match last night, but it didn't happen due to some weather problems.
Yeah.
But actually, I wouldn't even played in that one anyway. It was a PvP match between my son and Luke. So, uh, and I guess I haven't played much Mega Mech in the last week or two because it's always been recording these PvP matches. So I finally got a match in, and I had fun with it. I definitely made a couple errors. I know moving the fire starter off of the Jenner, but I think I was thinking somewhere along the lines of something of a cooldown / assist taking down that Black Knight. My initial strategy was not necessarily ignore the Grasshopper, but I didn't want it to be the focus. But then
Yeah.
I forgot in some way. I don't know if forgot is really the right word. I think I allowed myself to get sidetracked, really, in that one of the other special rounds coming up later in the season, uh, taking out the special target, we'll say, will allow for the victory. Whereas this round it wasn't, and so I think I didn't want to focus too much on the Grasshopper exclusively.
Yeah.
Uh, Even though I would have gotten a lot more points for it. And I tried to have a little bit of focus fire, but unfortunately I was just spread around too much between the Marauder and the Black Knight that your focus, basically your focusing down was enough to cut the edge. As
Yeah.
well as, of course, disengaging the fire starter off of the Jenner, which really I shouldn't have done. I should have left it there to harass the Jenner. I think part of my thought was, one, to kind of break off and then help out with a Black Knight for a moment, thinking I could get something half decent in a round or two, and then go back to the Jenner. But by that point, it was too freaking late. I don't know. I definitely could have done it better, but that's the way I went. And well, you got a win out of it. Go fuck yourself. But yeah, it was good times all around. I'm
Yep.
still in it. Otherwise, I mean, I'm just the GM at this point. I'm just trying to provide a decent challenge for you guys. Uh, I mean, I would like to see my teams win too, but whatever. Before we wrap up, though, you got anything else, man?
Nope, that's it. A good match, and yeah, we'll see how things shape up against the opposition next time.
Yeah. And in the meantime, please do yourselves a favor. Go watch some Grim Dark podcast on the YouTubes, especially this guy right here, his last match. You really need to see it. It was a good time. Man, that other guy. Anyway,
Spoilers.
yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that one. Well, most people aren't here at the end anyways, or if they do, they fast forward. So whatever. All right, we're gonna get out of here. For people viewing, this is Sunday evening, but the video won't go live until Monday morning. So tonight, we have on the 18th in the evening we have Celeste multiplayer, but the evening of the 19th streamed live, twitch.tv/Omar Krieg will be our doubleheader. American Dust Fist, the Remoran Opposition, the Torian Nationals, the Rock City Wolverines, somewhere in there, all those 4 teams will be facing each other in 2 separate matches. I just don't remember who's facing who, and I don't feel like looking it up. But we will have a streamed live doubleheader match series. That movie will go live the morning of the 20th, and of course, then the evening of the 20th will be Season 2, Episode 5 of Second Star Traveler 2300 AD role-playing experience. So please check it out both live on Twitch and on the YouTubes. And if you like what you see here, there is a URL in the description for joining the Krieg Dominion Discord server. Come hang out with us. Come talk shit with us, or to us even. Sometimes we don't mind. But yeah. All right. I'm going to get out of here because otherwise I'm going to be rambling. So where's my mouse? There he is. All right. Have a good one, my friends. Stay safe.